Well, I'll tell you what, how quickly things change in just a couple of minutes. I just was sitting here doing my mock draft video, went downstairs to eat dinner, and then I happened to hear some news that came out of the blue that David Montgomery has been traded. Now, we do know that the last 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, there was rumors going around that David Montgomery had either asked for a trade or that the Lions were, looking to trade him. However you may put it, and David Montgomery even responded and said, basically, like, what did I say that? I mean, who's spreading these rumors that I asked to be traded? But apparently there was some truth to it, because today, on March the 2nd, David Montgomery has been traded to the Houston Texans. Let's read some of this article on Lions Wire. It says one half of the famed Sonic and Knuckles duo has left the building. Dave Montgomery was traded to the Texans on Monday morning, ending a 3-year stay in the Motor City, where the 5'11", 230-pound back played a major role in the Detroit Lions putting them back at the Super Bowl contention. It says, as the blockbuster trade started settling in as a reality, Montgomery took an Instagram pin, and he pinned a goodbye to Lions teammates and fans. So I am going to read this. This is on his Instagram. It says that it's kind of small, but let's see. Hold on a second. I'm trying to see if I can bring it up a little bit, because that is definitely small print. That helped a little bit. And this is what David Montgomery said. It's hard to find the right words for a goodbye like this. Detroit has never just been a location to me. It's been a community. And you all have been more than supporters of a team. You've been steady hands, loud cheers, honest feedback, and quiet strength when I needed it most. You believed in me when things were uncertain. You stood beside me through challenges. You showed up consistently, fiercely, unapologetically. There is something special about the people here, the resilience, the loyalty, the way you don't just support someone, you ride with them. I have felt that from each of you, and I will never take that lightly. This isn't goodbye because something ended. It's goodbye because something grew, and growth sometimes calls us forward. Please know this. Everything I do next carries a piece of Detroit with me. The work ethic, the edge, the heart. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for walking this chapter with me. I'm beyond grateful, and I'll always be proud to say I was shaped by this city and by you. We appreciate and respect. With appreciation and respect, Demo. So here's the thing. So let's talk about David Montgomery, and I want to get my thoughts on David Montgomery. I do appreciate what he did in 23, 24, and 25. In 22, he was still with the Bears. And when the Lions brought him in at the end of the season for 2023, he was a major impact for the Lions. I do believe what he says when he says that he felt wanted. He felt wanted by the Lions because when he was in Chicago, the Lions went and got him. And when the Lions brought him in, they did not let him out of the building. They brought him in and kept him here and signed him, and he gave us a few good years. I do think that he and Gibbs were a good 1-2 punch. And I do think that he helped shape the Lions to be what they are. Now, here's the downside about it is that I do believe that when David Montgomery got hurt in 2024 before the playoffs, and he came back in that game against the Commanders, I was there live, and I remember looking at him thinking to myself, he still looks hurt because his movements, everything looked really slow. And then in 2025, I don't believe that his touches went down, even though they honestly didn't go down by that much. I don't believe his touches went down and his offensive production went down a little bit because Gibbs became such an outstanding running back. I think that his touches went down because he's starting to lose a step. He's 29. We know for a running back, that's old for a running back. That's pretty much into your prime for a running back. It's kind of rare that you see a running back get to 31, 32, 33, which is the usual end of someone's prime, and be productive. I honestly believe that. I think that David Montgomery has started to lose a step in 2025. So it's bittersweet for me because there is a part of me that wanted to believe what Drew Petzing said when he said to David Montgomery, I still see a role for you in this offense. So I feel, it's bittersweet there. But the thing is that I do think that he was starting to wear down and that the Lions probably do need to bring in a young 220, 230-pound back that can take on a role that he had. So with that, it's always hard to say goodbye to someone who helped your team get better. But what I will say is this: is that I wish him nothing but the best in Houston. I hope that I'm wrong. I hope that when he gets to Houston, he shows out. He shows that he's still a premier back. My gut doesn't tell me that. My gut tells me that he's going to be an average to above average back in Houston. But who knows what happens. But I do wish Dave Montgomery nothing but the best. And there was still a part of me that hoped that the Lions worked it out and kept him here and found a way to keep that Sonic and Knuckles, relationship and duo going. But we all know too that this also had to do with business, and the business was not necessarily him slowing down like I'm talking about, but it's the cap space. The Lions want to go after a center. The Lions want to resign a lot of their key pieces, and trading Dave Montgomery is going to open up the possibility for the Lions doing that. All right, Lions fans, give me your thoughts on David Montgomery being traded to Houston, and your thoughts on Dave Montgomery and what he meant to the Lions. If you haven't already, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking Lions football. That's all for this one. Peace out, Dave Montgomery. Peace out to all of you.